Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode. This is Getting Started. Okay, so hi, I'm Jemma. I'm from Australia.
Hi, I'm Maria. I'm from Green Bay, Wisconsin, USA.
Hi, I'm Ada. I'm from Spain.
Hi, I'm Ali. I am from California in the United States.
Beautiful. Now that we have everybody here, we're going to get into some questions. So myself and a few other people have been putting up on the interwebs questions that we got from all of you. So we have some of them here and we're going to answer them over this lovely 45-minute session, or however long this ends up being. Aiming for 45 minutes. So really simple one to set it up to get us started. What is the easiest way to get started? I think it's a bit different for all of us. Does anybody want to go first? I will go first. Personally, a lot of my getting started, not only in high school, but out in the industry, was mainly through networking. I basically just talked to as many people as I physically could. Yes, that does mean that you end up in some awkward situations because you just stand there going, hello. But you're talking to them. And since the internet has exploded with like Instagram and TikTok, it's now really easy to reach out to people who are working on these shows to get something started. I was also very fortunate that Perth does a massive fringe festival and a few other smaller shows and festivals through the year. So you just contact someone who's on that and you say, hey, can I work on your show? If you need me, I'm right here. That's personally how I like to do it. It's just fully send it. I ended up getting the majority of the jobs that I've been on over the past 2-3 years due to one initial, hey, I like what you're doing. Do you need a stage manager? And then I've fully got a butt ton of jobs out of that. So that's kind of cool. That's me. Somebody else.
Yeah, you can go first.
No, I feel that it's kind of easier for you to get into this world because you have your degrees and you have studied, but some of people in Spain do not have studied. So for us, I think it's more complicated because it's like more closed job. So you have to know someone or have contacts to say, hey, I'm interested in this job. Or sometimes there's people that begins, how do you say it? Not doing the tech thing, but doing the tracks. How do you say that? Yeah, maybe.
For me, it's bumping. For these guys, it's loading.
Yeah, that thing.
Why load in? It's just bump it in.
We're loading everything into the theater. That's why it's called a load-in.
Exactly.
Why do you call it a bump-in?
I don't know.
You don't bump things in. You're not falling into the truck. There it goes. There's the set. Here's Hamilton. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, here there's people that starts doing that in concerts, and then maybe someday you need one tech to help, and these people start learning. So you learn a lot working. There is one. Well, we are going to talk about studies in another podcast. No, but there is one. It's not a university degree. It's something below, in between high school and the degree, and you can study that and then try to access if you're lucky. But I think it's very complicated in Spain.
Yeah. Americans, what are you going to say?
Yeah. Oh, howdy. Well, I just did this thing where I just started saying yes to literally everything. Well, when I was in high school, I reached out to all of the community theaters in my area, and because a lot of them on their websites, they had these little info boxes, and I was like, hey, do you need any volunteers, even if it's just for ushers or anything? So I did a lot of ushering, did a lot of shadowing in high school, and then did some tech in high school too, and then a lot of the people that I met in high school were the people who ended up getting me work in college, and then it just kept building and building and building from there. So, I mean, that's the way I did it, like non-union route. Going the union route's a little bit different. But that's a lot to dig into for the time being at this current moment.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have a conversation later about union versus non-union and what that entails, because it's a
and what it is, because I don't know what it is union.
Right, yeah, unions are really only a big thing, I think, in the US from what I've heard. So, yeah, a lot. Okay,
Ali, anything to say?
Surf's up, dudes. I threw you some California beach lingo. For me, like, I was lucky enough to have already started networking when I was an actor doing all these community theater shows, because people remembered my name and my work ethic. And then once they found out I was a stage manager, and they saw what I could do, then my name just kept getting passed to people, and I would just get emails and text messages saying, oh, hey, I have a spot open on this show. Can you come work it? And I would say yes or no, but I really want to work with you in the future. So yeah, as we've all pretty much said, it's just talking to people. You gotta talk to people, work with people, be kind to people. And
I think that's the key. Be kind to people, because I have the same experience as Abby, being emailed by so many people that want to work with me because they like how I work, and that I'm kind and I like to work with people. So that's very important, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think everybody will always hire an average kind people over a very talented asshat.
Yes.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
a good way to summarize. So you can be the absolute best that you've ever seen, but if you are a pain to work with, nobody will hire you. But if you lower down and you treat people with kindness and respect, and you're open to working with everybody, and you're just excited, ready to rock up on time, you will go very, very far.
Oh yeah. I mean, I do know some asshats that I do work with, but the kind people get further. So
kindness gets you places, people. So we've already also covered like sort of the transition from like high school to college to the industry, kind of like I briefly touched on it. For me personally, like I know that we're going to expand more on this in the schooling sort of episode that's coming later. I was very lucky that I'm based in Western Australia, where WAPA is. So WAPA is the Western Australian Academy of Performing Arts, not the Burger King or Hungry Jack's burger. Because we have Hungry Jacks, y'all. It's a thing. I'll talk about it later. But I was just able to easily transition into that because I was already in the state. It was just down the road. Great, cool. That's the next logical step for me. I didn't really I know with American things, there's a lot of options for schooling, but we will touch on that later when we have the time and space to talk about it a bit more. So we're going to transfer straight in to what tools we have with us on the daily basis. This comes to us from Instagram, and my apologies in advance. Fiat Megarde. I have Australian pronunciation. It's okay.
Yay.
Fab. Cool. Does someone want to get us kicked off? I think maybe Maria and Ada, just because you guys are like general techs, you guys can get started, because Ali and I share a lot of the things just because we share the same profession.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of my backpack. Well, for me, I don't know how regulations are for other workplaces, but I work in a very industrial kind of workplace, so I am required to wear a hard hat for almost all of my calls, unless if I'm doing a show call, it's totally different. But if I'm setting up or taking down a show, loading it in or loading it out, I am required to wear a hard hat. So that is one of the number one things I always make sure to bring. Steel toe work boots is also very important for me because most of what I'm moving can be up to 1 to 2 pounds, like 2 tons. So like
2 pounds? Oh, darling.
1 to 2 pounds. I know, right? It's, I know. 3 if I'm really unlucky. It's and I can't even say pounds because you guys use other
Kilos.
Kilograms?
Like a normal person.
a lot.
Yeah.
They weigh a lot. And I've gotten my foot ran over by gondolas before that. A lot of
What
pounds.
you doing in a river?
Anyway, and then I'd say so hard hat, steels, and a C wrench. C wrench was really big. And I always have caffeine too. I can't really include that because that's 4, but those.
What's a C wrench?
So I mean, it's a C wrench, an adjustable wrench, so that like for like lighting mostly.
That, like,
they're like meow.
Wait, I don't know what that wrench is.
Yeah.
Let me check.
a spanner, but like adjustable.
Yeah, I think
Spanner probably
what
made it worse.
yeah, kind of. Yeah, I can imagine what it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Yeah.
We'll put a picture in.
We'll put a picture.
Texting.
Yeah, have
Yeah.
this. And also, we call them steel cap boots. Other difference I noticed. As you can tell, I'm mainly the odd one out in this situation.
We
Lucky
call
me.
them security boots,
Mm.
and it is mandatory to use security boots, but I don't use them. Sorry. Then I can live without my I don't know the name. My vest. I have a vest to put things inside. I love it because I think it's the best invention after the wheel. Everything fits in here. My phone, mobile, my keys, because I work always in the same theater, so I have the keys for all the building. So I have everything here. Gloves. I can live without gloves right now. And my Leatherman. You call the
multi-tool, utility tool.
Yeah, utility tool.
The one with the knife and the.
In my daily basis in my life. I love
Who
it.
doesn't?
I don't have any tools in my house. I have my Leatherman, and then a torch, that thing that you put in your front.
Mm-hmm.
I love that thing too.
Head
Those headlamps.
Headlamp.
Head torches.
Head torches.
Head torches.
It's a torch that goes in your head.
Your head's gonna catch on fire with a freaking torch on it.
We call that in Spanish
What are you calling it?
frontal because it goes in the front. It's like you call it
I
front.
like that.
That's
I like
clever.
that. I'm writing that down. I'm going to start using that. I like that better than head torch.
Just front. Because it goes here in the front. So yeah, that's the things that I use the most. I do not use a helmet. I should, but I do not use it. And yeah, I think that's everything that I can live without.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, and a battery tester. I always carry a battery tester when I'm going outside my theater, with it very few times. I have a battery.
See this vest. Fab, we're gonna go see the vest. I'm very excited. I love. Okay, if there's one thing that I adore, it's pockets. I freaking love pockets. They're like the greatest invention known to mankind.
Well, I should show you this apron thing one of my friends got me for my birthday.
Yeah. Slay.
1, 2,
It's a tool pouch.
3, 4.
Tool
Yeah.
belt.
Yes.
Tool pouch
Tool belt.
thing.
I love it. You would
Oh,
love
you
my
got a
overalls
kangaroo
too.
pocket? I have these utility pants that just have so many pockets in them. I did
I love this
accidentally
thing.
put.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it has.
Well,
I
I'm
love
a
it.
pro streamer.
So many pockets.
Yeah, I have this pen also, which I love.
Yes, we
My
love the
gloves.
full-colored pen.
Yes.
Tape, some yellow tape. This thing, it's a anti-stress ball.
Yes.
To not kill people while I'm working.
No, I love that.
Try to not, and then I have more pockets here. And yeah, it's very comfy. It's a little bit
love that vest.
I'm small, but I love this.
Yeah, I see a lot of road people, like a lot of roadies who are on tours wearing vests similar to that.
Mm.
I need to get me one of those vests.
I do not
because
road,
it'd be
but
sick.
I like it.
Ali, do you want to go next?
Sure. I mean, like, everything just fits in this giant backpack I have.
Ooh.
And I have, like, you know, my pens, my pencils, my laptop, my script, my notebook, and some Band-Aids. I think there's some old snacks in there that I need to dump. I also have gloves and various shades of spike tape.
And whatever Starbucks
Yes.
coffee you bring in for the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I always like we don't have to wear helmets when we're in unless it's like very specifically just like you must wear a helmet. But more often than not, we don't need to wear a helmet. So Maria, congratulations, you are on your own on that front.
Okay, to be fair, I have people generally working above me, so we use a lot of motors and they have to get set up with like upriggers and downriggers, so there are people standing right above me that can drop tools at any moment. So that's the big reason why we wear them.
I don't have riggers in my theater, so. But do you use harness?
Upriggers do wear a harness. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we do not. We should, but we do not.
Fully send it. Yeah, I think most of the things that I usually bring to rehearsals have been covered, like a multi-tool or like a utility tool thing. It's like what word do I use to say this? Multi-tool, bring that. Steel caps, wear them to rehearse, like wear them whenever I physically can. I think the one thing that I have that I keep in my bag just for special occasions is a fresh pair of socks, because nothing is better than like getting off your like stinky ass pair from the day and then putting on a fresh pair of socks just to go home, even if it is into the same work boot. Just fresh socks. That's just the
Makes
best
a difference.
thing.
I'm just imagining you middle of like the show, just putting your foot like on the table and like taking your shoe off like mid cue.
No,
letting the dogs free.
I have a time and place. Kitty hug.
Jemma raw dogs her shows.
Oh my god.
I don't know whether I want that to go out onto the internet or not.
No context.
We are not posting that straight out the gate. But yeah, I have a laptop, and I will send a photo of my laptop to Maria, just being like, yeah, here's my laptop that I use. I've also seen people use iPads and something like, yes, it is a big investment to get it, but once you do have it, it's an absolute dream to have, especially if you're a stage manager, because you end up using it every single day. But like, we're aware that it's a massive investment, and I'm very lucky to have got mine when I did, because it was very helpful with helping with schoolwork and whatnot, and just being able to translate that directly across into the industry. So it's been nice. And yeah.
I bought one secondhand. I bought one secondhand recently, and it changed my life because I don't have to print the scripts and I can take notes here. It's the best because I can erase while I'm writing, and I don't need I don't know the name in English, Tipex, that thing that you use to erase a pen.
Eraser?
Yeah, not an eraser. No, not a rubber. That thing that you use to erase a pen, not a pencil.
Wait,
pen eraser.
You can erase pens with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, I don't know that I've got one on hand, but yeah, there's erasable pens.
Is this like not... This is news to
have
me.
One around. Okay,
it's a
let
thing
me introduce
that it's
you.
like a tape. It's like a white tape that you
put
on the
like
tape.
whiteout. Yeah.
What's the name for you?
We call it whiteout.
Whiteout.
I call
okay.
it whiteout.
For me, it's Tipex.
Oh.
I think it's a brand.
I'm pretty sure it's a brand thing.
Or liquid, a white liquid thing.
Oh, okay.
This is an
Yeah, or an
erasable pen.
erasable pen. Yeah.
This is an erasable pen.
Yeah.
It's a pen that you can erase with.
And you break the paper too.
Wait, hold on. Let me.
Yeah.
Okay, I've clearly written on that.
Best.
Oh.
But then what's the point of using it as a pen then? Like, why don't you just use a pencil?
Because it feels nicer.
Because you have to carry the rubber with you. Unless you have a pencil with a rubber. And these rubbers, they end very quick. So it finishes very quick.
My personal go-to is, I don't have it on me. We have a Faber-Castell mechanical pencil. That's my like go-to pencil. I love that thing. I've had it for like 6 years. I've had it for like so that's me. Sorry, that's me saying goodbye to my mum. I just walked outside the window. But it is my favorite pencil on the planet, and I do go into a little bit of a meltdown if I can't find this pencil.
Love it.
No, I love that pencil.
Sponsored by pencils and iPads. Not really.
Please.
No, please. Stage managers genuinely are. Okay, so we're going to move into another question. So we've already talked about networking and stuff, but I was wondering if there's any websites, what the best website for finding jobs in your country was. This comes from Natasha on TikTok. So I'm going to get this started because I've got a good one. So I am good friends with people over at Theatre Door. Theatre Door is a like flourishing company, and they have got some access to some wild West End jobs, and they are just absolutely phenomenal. I love their website. It's laid out so nicely that you can just find absolutely everything so easily. You can easily apply for jobs. They have all the links through their website. But we're talking like Back to the Future. We're talking like Royal Caribbean. Like they've got so many links to so many unique jobs, and I think they do a fantastic job at what they do. So if you want, and it's like free to sign up. So go over to Theatre Door. They're lovely people.
Wow, we need a sponsorship from them now. That's great.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
So I love the people over at Theatre Door. They're amazing, and yeah, they're fantastic.
I know I've been recommended, and I've looked through offstagejobs.com. I think that's the website, and then they do like postings on like Playbill, Backstage. They have them. I've never really looked at them. What I like to do for career stuff is sometimes I just kind of go directly to the company's website and just apply on the actual website itself. But obviously you have to do a bit of research to figure out. I do a lot of applying for tours because that's kind of the route I want to go down. So it's kind of depends on which route you want to go, I guess. And the closest you can get to an actual source in terms of applying is probably the best way for you to apply for a job, especially if you know someone within a company. Applying for a job and knowing someone within the company can make your resume a lot more seen. So that can help.
Yeah. We also have Jora, which is a WA one, which is a Perth specific one, as well as Backstage, which is like it's literally just called Backstage, and it covers like backstage, it covers on stage, but yeah, good fun times.
I think
Ali, do you have any?
No, Ali.
Go.
No, I was going to say that I'm going to be quick with this because I don't know if there is any big website to use. We have here a web called LinkedIn and InfoJobs. I don't know if is that worldwide.
Yes.
And I think there are some offers for technicians.
Yeah.
But as I said before, it's more like mouth to mouth that you know someone that works really well, it's a nice person, and yeah, that's the way. It depends too the way, the road you want to take, because if you're working in a small company like me or in a theater with small things, it's easier to talk to someone. But if I don't know, if you want to go to Madrid to work in the Lion King. I don't know how to get there. So yeah, maybe there is a web or there is something to reach that people. I don't know.
And I'm sure that with whatever this panel podcasty thing becomes, we should start up a website and put some links up there, or just put links in bio. Make a link tree for something.
Yes, for sure.
Put these links out on the internet.
I'll put the links that we mentioned in this episode in the little info section below the video on YouTube. So that's where you can get that.
Fantastic. Just there you go. Have the internet. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing. A next question.
Oh, are we skipping Allie? Are we skipping Allie?
No.
I mean, I use the same. I use the same websites Maria mentioned, like playable.com and Offstage Jobs, but I do have experience stage managing for theme parks. So if you go to the theme parks career page and just look under like the entertainment category, sometimes they'll list like hiring for crew members or performers, anything theatrical like that. So I recommend doing that. And also, if there's a specific theater company you want to work with, sometimes they'll have career pages as well, and you can look there to see if they're hiring crew members. And if not, you can just always email them, be like, "Hey, I'm interested."
Yeah. So in Western Australia, we have one theme park, and it's called Adventure World, and it is a water park. That's it. There is not a single show. It's just a water park. It's great. I love it. It's got some great rides, but it is absolutely nothing compared to the rest of the theme parks worldwide. No, I love Adventure World. I do go yearly. Like it is it's only open during summer sort of thing. So like it's a big deal, and we love Adventure World. But like, there's really not any theatre opportunities there. Okay. Oh, is everybody done?
Yes.
Great, cool. Moving swiftly along. No, you're good. That was great. That was very. I'm sorry that I skipped you accidentally.
No, you're good. You're doing great.
Okay. Okay. One of the last questions that I have down here. I'm just waiting this pen round as well. I haven't actually put it down. I'm just kind of conducting some imaginary orchestra. What is one piece of advice that you could have given yourself on day one of all this? This comes from Acoustic Geek on Instagram. I'll give everybody a second to think because I continue to conduct an imaginary orchestra. One, two, three.
I can think of something right off the bat.
Okay, go Maria.
I'm gonna say it as if I don't know why I'm conducting with you. I'm gonna think of it as if it was like my first day on like a union gig. So my first kind of professional work experience. My first ever professional call was a loadout for Wicked. So as you can tell right off the bat, it was a lot to jump into. And it was very overwhelming for me. I was very stressed out, and it kind of just all like exploded in my brain because I was like, I'm doing this with Wicked. Screaming, a lot of yelling, a lot of just everything, a lot of new things. So I think for me, if I would have known to kind of just like take as much in as I can, but not panic, because if I would have walking out of that theater, if I would have kept that mentality, I don't think I would have continued doing it. Cause like I don't know, like my mindset that day was just so wishy-washy. Like it felt like it wasn't the right path for me. So I think for me, it was just, I needed to give myself more time. And I guess right off the bat, if you don't like something, maybe give it a couple days, couple weeks or so, because it's very, very stressful to jump into sometimes. And once you catch on to a lot of things, it does get easier and easier. And I'm still noticing that today. Like I down rigged for the first time in my life last week for WWE, And I felt so stupid. I hated it. I was like, I never want to do this ever again. I would be okay with I'd never had to do it ever again. And then 4 hours later, I finally kind of caught on to what I was doing. And I was like, okay, this isn't that bad. So it's like, you might hate something right off the bat, but give it some time and you might feel a little bit better about it in the future.
Fantastic. Somebody else? Ada?
Yeah, maybe I will say to myself, be patient. Don't cry so much. You're worth it. And you don't have you have imposter syndrome. How's the name of that thing? Yeah.
No, you're bang on.
Because you know what you're doing. So yeah, because I have a really bad experience the first time I was left alone in the theater. And I went to my house crying, and the next day I told to my boss that I didn't want to continue. But here I am. So
well, we're glad you're here.
Be patient.
Be patient.
Because everything it's gonna come slowly. You need time.
Yeah. Ali, do you want to go?
Yes. I mean, Ada, I agree, with being patient, because even today, I'm like constantly comparing other people's timelines in the same job I'm in, to my own timeline, and, like wishing and wondering why I'm not ahead like everyone else is around me. But yeah, to just be patient. Don't be afraid to go out and work with other places. You don't have to stay in one place with one specific company. You can do so many other things, and people aren't going to get mad at you if you go out and do other things with other companies. And take pictures with everyone and live in the moment, because before the pandemic hit, I was so bad at taking pictures. I didn't want to take pictures. I was just like, no, it's fine. Like, I'm just going to remember this. And then the pandemic hit. I was just sitting alone in my room trying to look back on all these shows I did, and I had like no pictures of anything. So just enjoy the ride, and yeah.
Yeah.
Be patient with yourself. Let yourself make mistakes. Yeah.
I think the way that all of us are able to grab the opportunities with both hands and just fully send it, just absolutely run with it. You get given this such, like, we are so lucky that we are in a society and in the theatre where we can just be put on a show and just have amazing opportunities come from it. So just being able to grab every single opportunity that you can with both hands while still taking in your self-worth. Because if you see that a company is trying to undercut you, don't do it. But if you can see that they're respecting you as a human being, they're paying you a decent rate, fantastic, grab by both hands, because those are the people that you are going to continue working with. And it's such a lovely environment to be in. And you end up meeting some fantastic people. So just like learning about them, learning with them. And yeah, I'm rambling, but grab every opportunity that you can with both hands, and don't, even though an opportunity looks great, account for everything. Like, you need to be looking at both sides of the coin. You're just like, great, cool, here are the pros, what are the cons? And if the cons list is too long, decline it, move on. You're better than that. And you're worth more than that. I'm looking at you right there. You are worth a lot, and we value and appreciate you. Hooray.
So remember all of that for day one, and you should be okay.
Yep.
Don't forget any of that. Memorize that word for word.
Kindness. Value yourself. It's okay to learn and grab opportunities with both hands. And patience. Great one to have. And patience. I think that perfectly sums it up. Great job, everybody.
There will be a quiz.
And guess, Maria, we're nicer than this. What did we just say about kindness?
There'll be a
People are
curve.
the
Don't worry.
best.
We'll put a curve on the test. So
A curb.
a curve, like it's like graded on a curve. So like whoever gets the highest score, I guess it's like they just never mind.
Americans, right?
We're too stupid to get 100%. Okay, we have to curve our test.
This is really funny because there are some things that I cannot understand because of the culture, the language. I'm lost in translation. But it's funny because you are speaking the same language and you are not understanding each other. It's super fun.
You should
Because I have an excuse. I speak Spanish.
Mhm.
She's understanding me. Actually, I don't know. You're probably understanding Jemma more at this point than me.
No. It's kind of the same.
I'm throwing out some weird words, and that's okay. Like, I can just throw, like, Zupa Duper in the chat, and then everybody's like, what?
Yeah,
This you just said.
a Zupa Dupa, whatever that is.
It's an icy pole, and it's the greatest
Wait,
one.
that's actually a thing?
Yes! I wouldn't. Okay, gosh, I'm better than just making up words.
I
Zupa
thought you were
Dupas are the
making that up,
best.
though.
Yeah, it sounds to me like wibbly wobbly.
Yep.
Yeah, you have a wibbly wobbly there.
I wouldn't put it
Wibbly-wobbly,
past
timey-wimey.
them,
What about a
but I know.
kadoink-a-doink?
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
No, Zupa Dupas, I will send you an image, are an actual thing and are the best. They are slightly radioactively coloured, but that's okay.
But
we love them for
what's
it.
that? Because
It's
I heard
it's an
that
icy
word
pole.
before. It's a nice.
It's like an icy pole. So like an ice. It's a cordial icy pole.
I think
But, like,
Australia has been
manufactured.
isolated for too long. You guys are going insane.
Wouldn't put it past us. Okay, so I think that's almost all the time we have for today. So thanks for tuning in and making it this far. If you want to come back and listen to me rant about Australian words, well, click the next link. Or just have the link to my TikTok. It's here. Maria, have fun with that later. Anyway, thank you for joining us on this marvelous journey, and we shall see you in the next episode. Much love. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.